gusty wind blowing, but it's really quite comfortable as we move to the 100-yard dash. This should be a real tough one for a lot of guys involved in the superstar competition here in Rotunda. Well, now standing with me is Bob Seagren. Why is he not in the race? You'd think he'd be very good in this. Well, a special ruling has disqualified him from the 100-yard dash, although he'll be in the half mile, despite the fact that it's not his event. This, I guess, was on the basis that your run in towards the pole is very much like a sprint?
I guess that was their ruling. I guess that would be the closest thing to associate with my sport of pole vaulting.
Well, let's see. First they took your pole away at the Olympics. Now they're taking the 100-yard dash away at Superstars.
Well,
how do you think this shapes up?
It's going to be good. I've been watching the point total, so I don't know. It's going to shape up real good. Obviously, I'd have to pick Hayes probably as a favorite, being as tall and those long legs, but Peter Revson is going to be really tough hanging in there, and who knows what Killy can do.
What problems might these guys have in a dash that they're not aware of?
Well, of course, none of them probably have ever taken a start out of a starting block, so that's going to be really new to them. I think the one that gets out of there the fastest is going to have a decisive advantage, probably. Then again, the style coming out of the starting blocks and running into that wind, they're going to probably tense up, and who knows what's going to happen, really.
Let's see. All right, now let's set the field. There will just be 5 runners, so everybody will score at least 1 point in the overall competition. There they are, poised at the starting line and running in lane 1, logically enough, in the pole position is racing driver Peter Revson. Running. Peter very much in the overall competition against Bob Seagren, who is standing here helpless with me right now because he can't be in this event. In lane 2, in the yellow shorts, will be the great tennis champion Rod Laver. In lane 3, in the middle of this field, is Jean-Claude Killy. Very much a contender also. Lane 4, Joe Frazier, who's been having his problems in some sports. And in lane 5, big, tall, long Elvin Hayes of the Baltimore Bullets. They'll be coming straight at us, 100 yards on this asphalt track. Is it fast?
Well, it's hard. Let's put it that way. Say it's asphalt, but it could be fast. Of course, they're running in tennis shoes without any cleats, so we don't look for any world records being set.
Good thing Unitas isn't in it. He's been wearing football shoes and everything. He has.
He's been wearing those cleats.
Come up, you run in position.
Okay.
Wait for the gun.
You hear the starter giving the instructions.
Go to your mark.
Not going to waste any time, it looks like, getting them out of there.
Sit.
Okay, it's a good start. Joe Frazier is lagging. It is Jean-Claude Killy out in front with Elvin Hayes. It is Jean-Claude Killy and Hayes. Killy and Hayes. Killy is beginning to fade. It's going to be Elvin Hayes, Jean-Claude Killy, and I think Rod Laver. I think Laver got 3rd.
I think so, too. I think he just outleaned Peter Revson there.
Okay, well, that's going to be a big 10 points for Elvin Hayes, 7 for Jean-Claude Killy, which is important to him. The time we get is 11:05. Hey, that's not too bad against the wind, is it?
That is. That's really good, considering that strong wind they were running into.
Did you see anything that Hayes did that made him able to win, or was it just those long legs?
I think those long legs, he come out pretty strong out of the blocks, and he had a real tough race there with Killy, but I think his that stride just overpowered Killy.
Okay, let's take a look at a little slow motion, just as we did at the Olympics. The long-legged Mr. Hayes overtaking Killy. Of course, if they'd had slalom poles on the course, the result might have been different. Watch the finish for 3rd, though. Here comes Rod Laver just leaning in that white shirt and getting 3rd from Peter Revson. Well, that's the way it all happened. Now let's have a word with the winner. Oh, I knew this was going to have to happen sometime during Superstars. Interviewing Elvin Hayes, I'm talking about the difference in size, obviously. Congratulations to you, Elvin.
Thank you very much, son.
You did a real good job on that. 11 and 5/10 seconds is pretty good against that stiff wind.
Yeah, well, it was a strong wind, and I just tried to, get out of the blocks as quick as possible and try to, get a little lead there and try to look back, not to press myself too much, and to try to win it, because you was running to a wind because I had the half mile coming up, and so I didn't want to try too much out.